Hi guys, welcome to Mother Moon Tarot. This is going to be the Aquarius reading for May. So yeah, so we've just had the full moon in Libra last night, which was the 19th. So I'm recording these just before May. So you may have been feeling recently that the last few weeks that there's been quite like a heavy energy, not necessarily heavy, but a little bit of heavy energy with regards to just feeling like you need to push things forward, feeling like you're wanting things to kind of go a little bit faster than maybe has been necessary, and wanting to kind of get things moving, but things are kind of just held back a little bit. So I feel like that energy is now kind of shifting out. You might be feeling like things are going to start taking form now. So anything that you've been kind of trying to push forward with. And also there's a lot of kind of like emotional kind of energy kind of coming to the surface. So if you've been kind of having like emotions and feelings about certain situations or certain people, that might be kind of starting to come to a head now as well. And you might find that you're kind of more expressing yourself a little bit more freely, or thinking kind of a little bit more clearly about those feelings and emotions. So yeah, some good energy kind of coming through, having had the second full moon in Libra as well. The fact that we had two full moons in Libra recently, it supercharges that first kind of full moon. So whatever was happening kind of around the time of the first full moon in Libra, you might be finding that that's kind of reoccurring, and it's almost like more intense this time. I've certainly definitely been feeling that kind of energy with things kind of in my own life. So I reckon you probably been feeling that a little bit too. But things are starting to kind of come to a head and starting to work through. So it's a really nice energy to kind of have behind you to kind of push forward into May. So yeah. So as always, I was meditating on energy before I came on camera. And the messages that I got for you was there's a few. So the first one was Waite. So if you've been kind of trying to push through with a project or situation, there's a little bit more waiting to do before things are going to start to kind of come through in fruition. The other was push forward, keep going. So that definitely kind of aligns with the energies that we're kind of having with this kind of second full moon in Libra. So keep going, keep pushing forward. You might be feeling like heavy and a little bit kind of, it might be feeling tricky, but keep pushing forward with it, because that is going to kind of, that is going to pay off for you. And the other one was, express yourself. So express your emotions and your feelings. So if you're feeling, certain emotions and feelings, like I said, about certain situations or certain people, make sure that you express those now. Don't hold them back. Don't keep them in. Make sure that you express them with regards to whatever it is that you're dealing with, and just be true to yourself. So that was the messages I got for you. So let's get into your reading and see what's happening for you in May, Aquarius. Okay, so what does Aquarius need to know for May? What does Aquarius need to know? Okay, you got cards popping up all over the place. Okay, so this one. Okay, two more cards. What does Aquarius need to know for May? 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 Aquarius need to know for May. Two more cards, please. What does Aquarius need to know for May, please? What does Aquarius need to know for May? That one. And one more card. What does Aquarius need to know for May? What does Aquarius need to know for May? Aquarius needs to know for May. Oh, that one. Okay, let's have a look. So as always, just take whatever resonates. Not all readings are going to resonate for you, particularly as they are general readings for the Aquarius collective. So take whatever resonates, chuck the rest out. Also, if you see something, if I'm telling you information about the cards or anything like that, and you feel there's another intuitive meaning that you're kind of getting from that, go with that, because that's your intuition coming through. It's always best to go with that as well. well. Like I said, this is a general reading, so it won't, you know, resonate completely with you 100%. So just take what it is that you get from the cards yourself, as well as the interpretation that I can give. I do read reversals, so, and I am an intuitive reader, so whatever intuitive messages I'm getting from the cards, that's what I'll give you. So if that's not your thing, then feel free to find somebody else. There's hundreds of us on YouTube, and there's bound to be other readers that kind of resonate with you. And as always, everyone, I always say, you know, if you find a reader that really resonates with you, stay with them, you know, keep watching them. If you find a reader that doesn't, then that's fine. You know, it's just not it's not the person that you vibe with. So it's always really important to find or watch the kind of the YouTube readers that really resonate for you, or that really vibe with you, because that's important, you know. So if I don't, then that's not a problem. Go for somebody else. That's great. If I do, then great. Happy days. Okay, so let's have a little look. I'm just gonna have a little look at the cards for you. So as always, you can skip ahead to whenever I start the reading if you want to. Let's have a little look. So. Okay, so you got the Six of Cups in reverse. So I feel like this is usually, for me, this is the reconciliation card. You know, you might be finding that either a situation or a person is kind of coming back around. It is cups, so it's all to do with emotions and feelings. So like I was saying, if you've been feeling like you know, emotions and feelings towards a situation or a certain person, you know, that you really hold dear, or that you really value, then make sure that you are expressing yourself this month, like I said, because I think that's really important for you. I feel like you've been holding back a lot. You've been holding a lot with inside you, and kind of trying to just kind of get through the day to day. And you haven't been listening to you've been hearing your intuition, but you haven't been acting on it. So I really feel like this card is telling you to act on your intuition. The reason I say that is because it is in the reverse. You know, in the upright, it would talk of, you know, stopping to smell the roses in life, you know, seeing the beautiful things that you already have in your life, you know, a reconciliation with, you know, in love, because it is, cups are to do with emotions and feelings. You know, that kind of coming together and expressing how you feel in terms of, you know, with someone that you hold dear or value dear to you. So the fact that it's in the reverse, I feel like you've kind of been ignoring that a little bit, or trying to hold back on that, depending on other situations that you may have in your life kind of going on at the moment. So whatever this situation, or whether this is a person, or it could be both, whatever it is that you're not expressing at the moment, I do feel that it's important for you in May to make sure that you do that. So, you know, to be able to turn that energy around so that it starts to kind of flow for you, and, you know, things start to kind of move forward positively in that respect for that situation or to do with that person. So yeah, just make sure you express yourself in May. The other reason I say that is because you have the King of Pentacles here. So the King of Pentacles is all about, you know, those bare essentials, those kind of core things in life: money, finances, career, family, home life, you know. And the King, he sits there and he, you know, he has everything that he needs. He's solid, he's stable. He can view everything from where he's sitting, you know, and he's able to kind of, he's strong and stable in all of those kind of areas of life, you know, finances, career, home, family situations, partnerships, you know, all of that. So I do feel like, you know, the intuitive reading that I'm kind of getting from this card is that you need to get into this energy. You have experienced this before, where you have felt that stability, but I think that recently you've kind of lost a little bit of footing with that. So I do feel that you're kind of starting to feel like that stability will be coming back in, and you really need to embody that, you know, reflect on how you were before, in terms of when you had that stability before, and, you know, I would say try to recreate that for yourself now, but don't do it in the same way. You know, you've come a long way, Aquarius. You know, you've been battling through for quite a while with certain things, I feel, and I feel like you kind of, like I said earlier, like you kind of lost your footing a little bit. You were a little bit uncertain or unsure about certain things. This card is saying to you that you already have all the skills that you need. You already have everything that you need in your core essential, you know, areas of life. You're just not seeing that, I feel. So, you know, Because whenever I look at this, the King of Pentacles, he's looking at this Six of Cups in reverse, and he's like, he knows that he could have this happiness. And I feel like in this respect, because this is the Six of Cups, I talk about reconciliation. I feel like he knows that he could have this happiness and this beauty of life and seeing the beauty in life. He could have that with whoever this person is, or whatever this situation is. He's looking at that person or that situation with longing. He's got his pentacles, he's holding his pentacle there, wanting that stability with this situation or with that person or both. But it's like he doesn't know how to get it, or he does, but he's just not listening to his intuition. So I feel like listening to your intuition this month and really trying to find that stability for yourself by expressing your emotions, your feelings about that situation or that person is going to do you well. So whatever you're holding back, don't. Let it free flow, be true to yourself, and let that person know, or let your emotions and feelings about a situation be known. The third card down you got was the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups generally is all about kind of coming in with a message of love, expressing the emotions and feelings, and coming in to tell someone about that. So with those two cards, the King of Pentacles and the Six of Cups in reverse, I really feel like this is speaking towards that. There's definitely a situation of relationships here, a theme of relationships here. So whether that's a partnership in work, finances, or career, whether it's something to do with home or family life, or a person that you're dealing with there, or whether it is to do with a relationship that you want, or that you may be in already. I don't feel like, I feel for a lot of you, you're not with the person that you're having these feelings and emotions with, purely because the Six of Cups is in the reverse position. So I feel like you're not with this person at the moment, and you want to be. You have a lot of love, and you have a lot of kind of emotions and feelings for this person, but you're not allowing yourself to come in with that message and that offer of love, or expressing those emotions and feelings to that person, because you're almost stopping yourself. You're stopping yourself from having this reconciliation or this kind of like this happiness, because you're stopping yourself from expressing yourself, with those emotions and feelings. So I do feel like that, like I said, that's very important for you to kind of express that this month. And the reason I say that as well is because you have the Empress card. The Empress is all about new things coming to fruition, new things starting. It's the beginning of birth, regrowth. In this in the traditional tarot deck here, she is pregnant, so she's fertile. So it's all about fertility, new things coming into fruition. Some of you could be pregnant. Or expecting a child, purely because the Empress is pregnant in this card. That's why I say that. Not for all of you though, so don't freak out if you're not wanting to be at the moment. It can just mean that there's new things coming in. So keep pushing forward, like I said, with those things. Keep trying to push that kind of energy forward, and those things you've been trying to kind of stabilize, keep pushing forward that, because there is new beginnings kind of coming in. This also, I feel, could be somebody else. For a select few of you, that's the situation. For another group of you, I feel like this represents a person, and I feel like this represents this person that you are wanting to reconcile with, or wanting to have some sort of reconciliation with, but you're holding yourself back, and it's this person that you want to deliver this message or express those emotions and feelings towards. But like I said, you're not doing that at the moment. You're trying to hold steady and fast, or build something stable before you can offer those emotions and feelings, or that offer of love towards this person, whoever this person is. So I do feel like that is a person, and how and the way that you view this person is that they are someone who's very very fertile, and very kind of fertile in the sense that they're all about new beginnings. They're very optimistic. They're very calm and collected in their approach. They're very they're starting new things. Like, you may be viewing this person as having all the right things starting for them at the moment, or things kind of moving forward for them, and you might be kind of looking at them, like you can see, like he's looking over at her, in that direction, like with almost like a longing of like, I want what they have, I want that new beginning, that kind of that drive forward, that new start. But you want that stability as well. So like I said, I do feel like that's definitely a person for a group of you. It could just, for another group of you, then it's to do with a situation. For some of you, it could be both. You could be dealing with a person and a situation that you want to kind of move forward with, or have a new start with. So yeah, that's definitely a theme there for some of you. Then you've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. The Nine of Wands, I feel, because it is in the reverse position, I feel like this is energy, it's not here yet. So that energy is coming in for you. So, you can see there, it's like it's almost like the intuitive reading I'm getting from this is that he's got like all these wands behind him. He's only holding on to one. I feel like you're kind of holding on to this one for dear life almost. And you're looking at the other ones, trying to decide, which, it's like a pick your battles, if you know what I mean. So it's like a choose which wand is going to be right for you. Okay. And I definitely feel with, this King of Pentacles, with him trying to find that stability for himself. And you're trying to kind of recreate that energy for yourself that you had before. I definitely feel like this Nine of Wands is definitely you trying to choose which wand is going to be right for you, which path is going to be right for you, which situation, which person, which career, which relationship, those things. You're trying to choose between which one. You can see, look, he's looking at these kind of wands intently, and he's only holding on to one. So you might be clinging on to something for dear life at the moment and trying to kind of choose your options about what it is that you feel is going to bring you this stability. And turn this reconciliation card, turn that card into the upright, so that you are stopping to smell the roses, seeing the beauty in life, realizing how beautiful the things that you have in your life already are. So yeah, I do feel like you're trying to choose, you're trying to make that decision, but you're a little bit, it's like he feels a little bit confused. So you're still in that kind of slight that confused state of which direction do I go, which kind of option do I take. But I feel like that energy is starting to turn for you, especially with that Empress kind of card coming in as well, leading to new situations, new starts, new beginnings. And, we're in spring now as well. So that's all part of that kind of seasonal cycle as well. So, that energy is abundant at the moment. So I do feel that is coming in for you, regardless of whether, you're confused or not. You are going to start to feel that stability soon enough. But like I said, just make sure that you're expressing yourself honestly and truthfully to whoever is around you, and with regards to whatever situations, because that is going to serve you well. The reason I say that as well is you have the Ace of Cups. Now, it did come out in the reverse. However, I do feel like that is just because of the energy at the moment. The energy that you're in at the moment is meaning that this Ace of Cups is in reverse. So but I feel like, once you kind of start to make those decisions, that you come out of that confusion, start to make those decisions, you're going to end up turning that Ace of Cups upright, okay? So the Ace of Cups in the upright is usually talks about, overflow of emotions and feelings, to do with love, because Cups is all to do with love, love, partnerships, relationships, emotions and feelings. So I do feel like at the moment you're stopping yourself from expressing those emotions and feelings towards whoever this kind of person is, and whoever it is that you want to reconcile with, or give that message of love to. There's so many cups on the table here with regards to a reconciliation, or to do with a person that you really, really value dearly. Or like I said, it could be a situation, but I feel strongly that this is a person. So I do feel like at the moment you're holding back, you're resisting saying and showing those emotions and feelings. But I feel like once you do make those decisions, that's going to turn into the upright for you. And there is going to be that overflow of emotions and feelings. So like I said, if you're holding back emotions and feelings towards someone or a certain situation, that's not going to serve you. You need to speak your truth, and you need to tell this person and express yourself, because that's the only way that you're going to move forward. Once you do that, things are going to start to move into new kind of new starts for you, new fruitions, new beginnings. Okay. Holding back that truth or those emotions and feelings is only going to block you further. So I feel like that's really important that you do that this month. Another thing is, if you do block it, if you do block those emotions and feelings about whatever situation or person this is, I feel like then it's almost going to come out like word vomit. It's like, you can see this cup is overflowing with water, with emotions. So I do feel like if you block it and you continue to block it, it's only going to be blurted out, and probably not in the way that you wanted, because this knight delivering this message is in the reverse. So I feel like if you keep blocking those emotions and feelings, it's only going to come out in the wrong way in terms of when you do say it. So I do feel like you need to just take a breath, sit down with this person, and talk to them and be honest with your emotions and feelings about the situation, whether it's, a situation that you're kind of going through at the moment, or whether it is to do with a person. You just need to be open and honest with them, and really state exactly how you feel, because that's the only way that you're going to kind of unblock this this kind of feeling of a little bit of instability at the moment, and then those rebirths, those new things are going to start coming in for you. So I definitely feel like there's a lot of cups, a lot to do with emotions and feelings here. Definitely there's a relationship here that has been stagnant for some time. There's been no stability. I don't feel like you're together because you've got this reconciliation card or the Six of Cups in the reverse. And there is definitely blocked communication between the two of you. You're trying to make choices. They may also be trying to make choices. They may be looking at you. They may be watching you as well. Trying to figure out what move you're going to make or what choices you're going to make, and whether it involves them. So I do feel like that is the situation here. Okay, let's have a little look. There's a lot of water here with the cups and that as well. So this blocked energy here, you can see that the information that this knight or that you want to deliver to someone. It could also be that someone's trying to deliver a message to you too, in terms of love and emotion. So as always, if you feel like this isn't your energy, this is somebody else's, then do flip it, because that's what resonates for you. Energy is fluid, so it can be yours, it can be somebody else's, or the energy that someone else is embodying. So just make sure that you flip it if that makes sense more to you. But there's a lot of water here, you can see. So again, emotions and feelings to do with the cups, but there's a lot of water here, so you could be dealing with a water sign, I feel, as well. Doesn't have to be, it's just that is there as well. Okay, so that's your main cards. I'm just going to clarify a few. Let's have a little look. What do we want to clarify? Okay, I want to clarify this Knight of Cups and the Empress. Okay, so why is the Knight of Cups here for Aquarius in May, please? Why is the Knight of Cups here for Aquarius in May? Ten of Swords, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'm going to pull another one as well. Why is the Knight of Cups here for Aquarius in May, please? Why is the Knight of Cups here for Aquarius in May? Why is the Knight of Cups here for Aquarius in May, please? Why is the Knight of Cups? No, okay, no, I'm being told that's it. Okay, so yeah, it makes sense. You got the Ten of Swords to clarify the Knight of Cups in reverse. So I do feel like this is definitely, so Ten of Swords is all to do with releasing releasing burdens, and kind of issues that have been weighing heavily on you. So I do feel like you're coming out of that energy, like I said before. You're trying to find that stability for yourself. So you may have been battling through a hell of a lot recently with various different situations in your life. And that is starting to lift now with the Ten of Swords, because 10 is about completion. So, you're definitely coming out of that energy. And I feel like once you start to come out of that energy, then, that kind of message of love or emotions and feelings that you want to express, you're going to start to look at that more and then want to make that kind of gesture, want to have that conversation, that bring in that message, give that offer of love or emotions. So yeah, once that starts to lift, the Ten of Swords, then that's going to start to kind of come into play. So that makes sense. That it's just like I said, it's that weight energy. It's that weight till these burdens are lifting, and then come in with that message of truth with regards to your emotions and feelings about the situation or a person, whoever that is. Okay, so let's have a little look. So why is the Empress here for Aquarius in May? Why is the Empress here for Aquarius in May? This one. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. Exactly. This is, yeah, I definitely feel like this is a person for a lot of you. The reason, and I've explained why I said that before, but it's clarified by the Eight of Wands here, so the Eight of Swords here. So you view this person very highly. You view, they have an Empress energy for you. You view them in a very high regard. You value them a lot in your life, and you want to make, you want to express your feelings and your emotions to this person. Look, you can see, like, when he comes. Look at this. When he comes out of that ten of Swords energy, and he turns this around and realizes that he needs to express himself to this person. Look, he's looking straight at her. He's looking straight at her, and he can see how much value she has in his life. Also, don't get hung up on the gender of the cards. This could you could be male or female, either way, and just whatever's in the cards that I talk about. So you can see that he values her a lot in his life. He wants to make that gesture. He's staring at her. He's coming forward quickly with this message. Okay, so I do feel like, at the moment though, you're still feeling that conflict because you still feel like you've still got these kind of burdens or these issues surrounding you. But if you actually look at this card, the Eight of Swords, they may be blindfolded, but those swords, you could walk straight between those swords. All they need to do is realize that there's that space between those issues or those swords or those burdens for them to just walk right through. So it's almost like an illusion of those whatever issues or whatever burdens that you have going on in your life. You need to realize that those issues and those burdens aren't actually holding you back as much as you think that they are. And that you may be actually a little bit kind of almost creating them for yourself at the moment. Like you're holding yourself back because you feel like those emotions, those issues and burdens are a lot more than they actually are. And you're almost holding yourself back because you're unsure of which options to take, So... But if you really, if they only, took off that blindfold, she could easily cut those shackles kind of free and, release that blindfold and then walk straight out of that kind of Ring of Swords. So I feel like this is definitely, it's in your mind. I feel like these illusions are a little bit in your mind. These problems are a little bit in your mind, and actually they're not real. You need to realize that. Realize that those illusions are not real, those burdens are not real, and that you can have this Empress, you can have, you can have this reconciliation, you can have this, abundance of, love and emotions and, feelings for this person and with this person. All you have to do is realize that those illusions aren't, and those burdens aren't so heavy. You're starting to come out of those. So realize that, and then make that offer or express those emotions and feelings, because that is going to serve you well. And that then you will get that kind of, that Ace of Cups, that beautiful relationship or situation that you want. Okay. So I definitely feel like, yeah, you just need to come out of that illusioned kind of state. And then, that those new starts, that rebirth will start to come in. So yeah, definitely. Speak your truth this month, Aquarius. So yeah. Okay. I'm gonna actually use the Moonology deck for the Oracle cards for your kind of parting wisdom this month, because obviously we had a full moon last night. I think it's kind of apt. So let's have a little look to see what you need to know for May. So what does Aquarius need to know for May? Wow, that was straight out. It slid onto the table there. Okay, let's see what you got. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Luck is on your side. So it's the new moon in Sagittarius. So luck is on your side. Like I said to you before, those illusions may all be in your head. You're starting to come out of the burdens that you've kind of been going through. You wanting to create that stabilize that energy for yourself, and luck is on your side. So whatever message this is, those emotions and feelings that you want to express to whoever this Empress is, and whoever it is that you want to reconcile with, luck is on your side. Go for it. And look, this is like Cupid's arrow almost as well. I feel that strongly, especially with the colors in that card. It's all it's all reds and oranges, yellows. It's all to do with love and the heart chakra as well. So I do feel like, yeah, luck is on your side with whatever situation or person this is. Luck is on your side. So go for it. Speak your truth. Okay, the last one I'm going to do is the Spirit Oracle deck. So let's have a little look. What does Aquarius need to know for May, please? What does Aquarius need to know for May? What does Aquarius need to know for May? What does Aquarius need to know for May? Let's have a look. Okay. Nice. I haven't had this card out in a long time, actually. This is lovely. Okay, so it says, a place beyond time. Okay, so it says, do not get so caught up with the everyday drama of life. Yeah, absolutely. These 10 of Swords. These illusions that you're creating yourself. Don't get caught up in that. It says, close your eyes. Focus on your breath and allow it to carry you into a perfect, peaceful space inside your heart. Absolutely. Like I was saying, the heart chakra, definitely. An eternal place beyond time is filled only with love. Absolutely. So you need to breathe, take a minute for yourself, realize these illusions and these burdens aren't so heavy. You're starting to come out of that energy, and you have the ability to be able to turn the situation around, reconcile with this person, or make this situation what it is that you actually want. But you just need to focus on your breath, allow yourself to carry yourself into that peaceful space, close your eyes, and just go for it. Just push forward, keep pushing forward with what it is that you want, and express yourself with love. All right. Beautiful. It's a really beautiful energy, actually, for you, Aquarius. I'm glad, because the last few readings I've done for you have been quite heavy. There's been, I've seen those burdens, those issues that you've been having maybe in career and finances, and home life, So this is a really nice energy, because I can see you're starting to come out of that, and you're actually starting to express how you actually are as a person. Your real self, your true self is starting to come out. So I'm really glad that is the case, because sometimes for Aquarius, that can be hard. They're very humanitarian kind of people, and they're very lively and outgoing and beautiful kind of characters and charisma, but they can keep a lot locked inside as well, and they don't express it. So I do feel like this month is all about you expressing that, that inner person, the real person that you are to people, and that's coming into a beautiful energy for you. So when you start doing that, things are only starting then to look up and move forward in a positive way. So yeah, definitely beautiful reading, beautiful energy. As always, guys, thank you for being here with me. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you feel inclined to. If you would like to donate to the channel so that I can continue to do these readings for you, then that would be lovely. Thank you very much if you do. I'll be back in June. God, we're in June already. My God. I'll be back in June with your June readings. So have a wonderful month, and thank you for being here. Bye.